society to work, we have to care for one another. We have to recognize that we are one another's brothers and sisters keepers. Ladies and gentlemen, the only person in this race who I think can take this nation to that place is my husband, Barack Obama. And it is my great honor to introduce to you tonight the First Lady of Television. You know her, Oprah Winfrey.
People say, why are you doing this? You've never done this before. I feel that now is the time for me to use my voice to say, if we're going to choose, and there's only one choice we get for President of the United States, and if you're going to choose, that choice ought to be Barack Obama. But when you listen to Barack Obama, you don't have to cut through anything because you witness a very rare thing. You witness what I call a politician who has an ear for eloquence and a tongue for the unvarnished truth. And what Barack Obama has taught me is that disappointment doesn't have to be normal. There's a new day. There's a new day coming, and we can vote Martin Luther King's dream into reality. There was a wonderful book written a while back by Ernest Gaines called The Autobiography of Miss Jane Pittman. And from that book, there was a movie. I saw that movie 30 years ago. But finally here, as we approach 2008, I believe I have the answer to Miss Pittman's question. I believe I have the answer to Miss Pittman's question, and it's the same question that everybody in this nation is asking. Are you the one? Is he the one? Is he the one? Is he the one? I believe he is the one. Barack Obama!
You know, when I think about what makes me proud about the Democratic Party, the party of Jefferson and Jackson, of Roosevelt and Kennedy, it's when we have led not by poll but by principle, not by calculation but by conviction, when we have summoned the entire nation around a common purpose, a higher purpose, and I am running for President of the United States this time because I want to summon the entire nation around a higher purpose. Well, yes, I want a higher destiny. That's why I'm running for President of the United States. The only reason that so many of us are here is because somebody, somewhere, stood up when it was risky. They stood up when it was hard. They stood up when it wasn't popular. They stood up so women could have the right to vote. They stood up so unions could have the right to organize. They stood up so that African Americans could have a seat at the table. They stood up to bring an end to unjust wars. They stood up when they had to stand up. They stood up in the face of fire hoses. They stood up in the face of Pinkerton guards. They stood up in the face of prison. They stood up in the face of threats. That's what we need to do right now. We gotta stand up for America. Stand up for equality. Stand up for justice. Stand up for our children. That's why I'm running. That's why you're here. Let's take back America. God bless you, New Hampshire.